What's up, you beautiful humans? Today we're cracking open one of life's biggest mysteries. Happiness. Yup, that mysterious thing everyone seems to be searching for, but few people seem to actually find. And no, I'm not talking about quick fix junk food happiness like a new pair of shoes or a viral TikTok, though let's be honest, those are nice too. I'm talking about real, long-lasting happiness and deep fulfillment. The kind that makes you go to bed each night with a smile on your face and wake up in the morning ready to crush it, whatever it is. Let's take a step back and think about the world we live in. The hustle culture is everywhere. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We're constantly bombarded with images of people living their best lives, sipping expensive coffee, chilling in tropical locations, and achieving their wildest dreams. And it's easy to start thinking, if I just had that life, if I just got to that level, I'd be happy too. But here's the twist. Most people aren't actually happy. They're just really good at curating their lives to look perfect. And the pursuit of this perfect life can become a trap. You're constantly chasing an ideal that doesn't even exist. You're stuck on this hamster wheel, grinding for more and more, but it feels like no matter what you achieve, it's never enough. Sound familiar? Let's talk about why this whole chase for happiness doesn't work. Picture this. You're on a road trip, but instead of enjoying the views or the tunes, you're just fixated on getting to the next town, the next rest stop, the next gas station. You're constantly looking forward, never actually taking in where you are. And that's exactly how we treat happiness in our lives. We treat it like this big destination we'll arrive at once we achieve XYZ. Get that job, buy that house, find the one. But the truth is, happiness isn't a destination. It's a journey. And if you're only focused on getting there, you're going to miss the best parts of the ride. Think about some of the happiest moments in your life. I'm guessing they probably weren't tied to a specific achievement. They might have been small, random moments, laughing with friends, a cozy night in, a spontaneous road trip. Happiness isn't something you arrive at. It's more like pit stops along the way. Alright, so if happiness isn't a destination, what is it? Here's the thing. They don't teach this in school, but happiness isn't a permanent state. It's not this magical feeling that some people get to live in 24/7. Think of it like waves at the beach. Sometimes the waves are huge and powerful, and other times they're gentle, barely there. Happiness flows in and out of our lives the same way. This idea that we need to be happy all the time is actually pretty new. In a lot of cultures throughout history, happiness wasn't even a top priority. Ancient Greeks, for example, were way more focused on the idea of living a virtuous life. For them, life was about finding meaning, living with integrity, and being a good person. Not about chasing every feel-good moment. When you think about it, that's kind of freeing, right? You don't have to be happy all the time. You can just let happiness come and go and focus on living a life that's meaningful instead. So if happiness isn't the goal, what is? Enter fulfillment. This is the real MVP of the emotional world. Fulfillment is deeper than happiness. It's like happiness's older, wiser sibling. While happiness is an emotion, a high that can come and go, fulfillment is a state of being. It's what you feel when you know your life has meaning, even if things aren't perfect. Imagine you're working on a painting or a project that really matters to you. Maybe it's frustrating at times. Maybe it's hard, but when you're done, you have this deep sense of pride, of yes, I did that. That's fulfillment. It's about doing things that matter to you, that align with who you are at your core. And that's why fulfillment lasts longer than happiness. Happiness is like a spark. It lights up for a moment and then fades. Fulfillment is more like a cozy fire that keeps you warm. And here's a secret. When you focus on fulfillment, happiness often comes along for the ride. But if you chase happiness directly, that spark tends to fizzle out before you can hold on to it. So now we're getting to the juicy part. How do you actually find fulfillment? Let's break it down into some concrete steps you can take to start building a life that feels good to live. Spoiler alert, it's all about aligning your life with your values. Step 1. Discover your values. This might sound kinda intense, but hang with me. When I say values, I'm talking about the things that are truly important to you. Not what society says you should care about, not what your parents want for you, but what you actually care about. Grab a pen, grab a notebook, and just write down whatever comes to mind. Is it creativity, freedom, adventure, kindness? It doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. It's just for you. Step 2. Set goals that align with those values. A lot of people set goals that sound good on paper, but don't actually connect to who they are. Like say one of your core values is creativity, but all your goals are about making more money or climbing the career ladder. You're going to feel a little empty, right? Instead, create goals that reflect what you care about. If you love creativity, maybe your goal is to start a blog or work on a music project or even just doodle more often. Goals are only meaningful if they connect to something that really matters to you. Step 3. Practice gratitude. Yeah, I know, gratitude is everywhere these days, but hear me out. Practicing gratitude isn't just about saying thanks for the good stuff. It's about training your brain to notice the positive things in your life, even on hard days. Studies show that regularly practicing gratitude actually rewires your brain to focus on the good. And honestly, when you stop taking little things for granted, life gets a lot more fulfilling. Step 4. Build meaningful connections. Humans are wired for connection. We need each other. And some of the most fulfilling moments in life come from sharing experiences with people we love. So whether it's family, friends, or a community of people who share your passions, make an effort to connect. Call a friend, join a group, reach out to people who lift you up. Happiness shared is happiness multiplied, right? This might sound cheesy, but here's the real key to fulfillment. Embrace the journey. We spend so much time thinking about the future that we forget to live in the now. But the truth is, life isn't a series of destinations. It's one long, crazy, unpredictable journey. And the funny thing is, some of the parts we hate the most when we're going through them are the ones that shape us the most. Remember that hard time you went through that taught you resilience? Or the challenge that forced you to grow? Those are part of your journey, and they're just as valuable as the good times. Embracing the journey means accepting the highs and the lows, the successes and the setbacks, and knowing that every part of it is helping you become the person you're meant to be. So there you have it. The not-so-secret secret to finding happiness and fulfillment. Happiness is like the cherry on top, but fulfillment? That's the whole sundae. When you focus on living a life that aligns with your values and embrace the ups and downs along the way, you'll find a deep sense of contentment that lasts. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you out, make sure to check out my other videos where we talk more about living a life that feels good. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Don't forget to comment below and let me know what you think about happiness and fulfillment. Are you on your journey to finding them? Let's talk about it. Until next time, stay amazing, and remember, the journey is the best part.